Wenger. Contrary to popular belief, I will not be rapping today. I will say shouts out to my mother, right there. So I'm awful in social situations. I wink with my whole body. I'm also really bad at texting. I don't like abbreviations. I don't find them realistic. I especially don't like the abbreviation RAWFL. I've never seen someone laugh so hard they fall on the floor and begin rolling around. I prefer more realistic abbreviations like LSHIFALB, which stands for laughing so hard I fart a little bit. I think that's a more common occurrence. So I'm bad at texting. I'm also really bad at figuring out what you can say in certain situations, but you can't in others. You can say it was so funny I almost died after someone tells a joke. You can't say that at a funeral. Speaking of dead people, I was recently volunteering at a nursing home. I wasn't really volunteering, I just say that because it makes me sound like a good person. So I was recently volunteering at a nursing home, and nursing homes, as we all know, smell like a combination of death, tears, and human suffering. So does Mr. Snyder's room, though. So there's a few things that happen every time I go to a nursing home. First thing that usually happens is I'm always yelled at, and it probably has something to do with the fact that I'm racing wheelchairs, and that's dangerous, and wheelchairs are for people who can't walk. The second thing that usually happens when I go to a nursing home is I walk down the hall, and on the sides of the hall there are doors that lead to where the elderly creatures are asleep in their holes. My theory as to why old people sleep so much is because they are practicing for death. Sorry. So as I walk down the corridor where they're asleep, they slowly open the doors and come out at me. I think I awaken them because they can smell my youth, and they think if they can touch me, maybe they'll absorb it somehow. Another thing that happens when I go to nursing homes is somebody always threatens to write me out of their will. I'm not related to any of these people at nursing homes. They just threaten it. It's not really a threat to me because I don't really want anything old people have. When you reach a certain age, all you have in your possession is maybe dentures, some tapioca, a used handkerchief. You might have Nazi paraphernalia if you're lucky. I mean, sorry. Okay. So I think there are stages of life, and I think old age is probably the best stage because you can be racist as you want, you can swear whenever you want, and you can talk about having a good, solid, consistent stool, because when you reach a certain age, that's an achievement for you. That's the highlight of your day. I think puberty is probably the worst stage of life. I feel qualified to give insight on puberty because I recently came out of it. During puberty, I basically felt sticky all the time, and there was no explanation for it. Just, I excreted some sort of pubescent musk. And puberty is bundled with middle school, so it's pretty much the worst time imaginable for everybody in it. Nobody makes eye contact in middle school because nobody knows what's going on with their bodies. We just walk through the halls, which smell like BO, shame, and a little bit of Axe body spray because we like to cover up the BO and shame. But so you walk through the halls, and I think middle school is a little bit like Vietnam, and I'm not trying to be mean or anything, but middle school is a little bit like Vietnam because we all know something bad went down. We all know something bad went down, but we don't talk about it. I still have night terrors about middle school. I think everybody has a little bit of post-traumatic stress from it. We suppress our memories from middle school. I have very few memories about middle school. Actually, if I had a nickel for every memory I did have, which is very few, I'd still be rich because I had a bat mitzvah. So, let me explain bat mitzvahs to you. Basically, you study to learn this language that consists majorly of and then you read this language to a crowd full of people who don't understand what you're saying. You don't understand what you're saying. No one understands what you're saying. Then when you're done just butchering the holy word of God, people line up and give you money. You also get a bat mitzvah party. And bar mitzvah parties are like frat parties, but with parental supervision. And all the parents are drunk. And so are the kids. So everybody's just drunkenly stumbling about. But the thing about drunk walking is that it looks so much like Jewish dancing, you can't tell who's just wasted and who's having a great time doing the hora. That was actually the first night I saw my dad dance. He was born Christian, but he married a Jew, so we just call him Jew-ish. So kind of ironically, the last song they played at my bar mitzvah was YMCA, which is Young Men's Christian Association. It was really the most spiritual moment of my bar mitzvah to see a crowd full of drunken Jewish kids poorly dancing to a song about a Christian organization. Thank you, everyone.